Now, I gotta say, it's been a pretty eventful year for Big Sean. From announcing his first book and getting a Tiny Desk performance, to popping out at Gang City, Detroit, and even being included in the insanely long remix of Cash Cobain and Layla's Problem. I did like his verse though. But with the release of his sixth studio album approaching, I can't help but to think about how Big Sean and the release of this new project has me just a little bit worried. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the channel. Hey, hi, Wazan with it, I'm C, and I do rap and pop culture commentary. So if you're into that, subscribe and hit the like button. When Big Sean first teased that he would be dropping a new album this year, way back in February, I was excited to see what he had been cooking up. It seemed like the perfect time for him to step back on the scene, but never did I think that the rap civil war would railroad his plans. And I'm sure that he wouldn't have thought so either, along with much of the project being leaked online. From people thinking he was throwing shots at Kendrick on his On the Radar freestyle, to his previous issues with Kanye West after that one Drink Champs interview, I just keep thinking to myself, damn Sean, fight back. Maybe it's just me, but it's giving he's starting to feel defeated. While he's popped out with a few singles and features over the past couple of years, his last studio album, Detroit 2, dropped in 2020, and his collab EP, What You Expect, with Hit Boy was way back in 2021. Both projects seem to showcase a more vulnerable side of Big Sean and feature great production by Hit Boy, but it seemed like fans enjoyed the latter more than Detroit 2, and in a way, I agree. See, the thing about Big Sean is that it often feels like he's either fully applying himself and being super braggadocious, just enough to show us that he's an asset in the rap game, or he's playing it too cool and trying to be this wise, enlightened individual that just so happens to be good at wordplay. Maybe it's because of his personal growth as a man outweighing his growth as an artist. I just need some balance. But unlike much of the internet that aims to downplay Big Sean's contributions to the rap game and write him up as whack, uninteresting, or someone who has fallen off, I recognize that he's at an interesting point in his career. So as a longtime fan from way back in his mixtape days, I am giving him grace. Having to adjust to being a new father while simultaneously exploring new ventures like being an author and still trying to remain a fixture in the rap game, it's no easy feat. Especially when your peers are out here duking it out for the crown, and every other day a new rapper pops up that may not be better than you exactly, but they will for sure be more clouded up and relevant than you. At that point, where do we place Big Sean in rap music? Is he an unk whose best years are behind him? A top 5 MC that falls someplace behind the big three? Or a rapper who is clinging on to relevancy in 2024? You tell me. One thing for sure is that his personal life seems to be much more interesting to the public than the raps that he's been putting out lately, which faintly reminds me of Tyler's recent interview and the online comments that came with it. When your music is subpar or people are just not feeling it, best believe everyone will be way more concerned with what's going on behind the scenes. We are about to get it all up in your business, especially if you give social media the smallest bit of insight. Sure, you have a smooth collaboration with The Alchemist and a nostalgic feel-good song dedicated to your son, and I love it. The rhymes are nice, the visuals are fire. It's a refreshing break from the usual shoot 'em up, drink sipping, G-lock toting, mumble rap nonsense that I typically enjoy, so thanks for that. Appreciate it, my boy. But once you speak on your relationship in a sit-down with Charlemagne the God, be prepared for the wrath of the internet that comes along with it. And despite the interview showcasing this softer side of Big Sean, where he dives into all things personal and professional, the only thing everyone is talking about now is why you ain't wifing up your BM. And it makes me think of a while back when the internet felt like his relationship was leading to his downfall as an artist, thinking that his partner was pulling him down. I find it difficult to reason with that when every 5 minutes, people are asking for a part 2 of 2088, a project that I really enjoyed because it gave me something new from both Big Sean and Janae, the perfect storm. Perhaps people love the music that they made together, but they think that his personal relationship with her is affecting his career as an artist. And I think much more than that can contribute to the way that we view Big Sean as an artist right here, right now. Some would say that consistency is key, and Big Sean is an artist that raps and puts out projects whenever he wants to, which leads to disinterest and loss of momentum. A valid point, because when I look at someone like Polo G, I feel the same way. When you have a solid fan base and you drop consistently or back to back, people assume it's going to be that way forever, never taking into account burnout, lack of creativity, or straight up taking a break because life be lifing. Others may say that he just never lived up to the potential of being signed to good music and Kanye West. Were those shoes too big to fill? Did he fade too much into Ye's shadow? We often talk about why you shouldn't sign to labels crafted by other rappers, but it's usually because the artists that these rappers sign to aren't established or business savvy. But in this case, many express that they feel like Big Sean wasn't as driven or competitive enough to last the test of time, or he just gave a lot to his label and his boss, and he got very little in return money-wise, but was paid with the golden opportunity of a lifetime by simply being signed to your idol, something he echoes in his Drink Champs interview. And some people simply feel like Big Sean represents the generic, not all that special rapper who has managed to still be around all these years, but to what avail? He's treated like, I would say, Wale in a sense, where on one side of the coin you have fans that love you and they look forward to whatever you put out, regardless if they wind up liking it or not. And on the flip side, people are straight up unimpressed before they even take a listen. They are already prepared to call you whack, which doesn't really help Big Sean, because I feel like aside from having these commercial rap anthems paired with pop features and this history of dating A and B list singers and actresses, people have kind of written him off as corny a long time ago. But as someone who was introduced to Big Sean during the Dat Piff mixtape era, with songs like What You Doing and KO on 2 Chainz' True Religion mixtape, classic. Sure, I was surprised at the fact that bro was dropping these tracks like Ass and I Don't F With You, but I understand the game and how it goes. We couldn't get mixtape Big Sean forever, and more polished singles like My Last, Beware, and Play No Games were all really enjoyed by me. I think in a way, no matter how mainstream they sound, they're classics. It just feels like he's trying to return to this era of being hungry and putting out records that display his lyrical abilities to the highest power. Like he wants to be that guy, and it isn't really sticking for everyone. But nonetheless, I am ready to hear Better Me Than You. If anything, this album does not feel like it will make or break his career, and he has to find some kind of solace in knowing that whether it's well received or not, he's already entered the I'm dropping because I want to, not have to era. So don't even worry about the numbers, bro. Like, please. Anyways, do you think that Big Sean is considered an important and influential figure in the rap game? And are you looking forward to his new project? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.